Welcome back to Uncommon Analysis. I hope you've had a great week. Today I want to talk a little bit about the absolute insanity that's going on out there regarding Tesla and Elon Musk. But before that, I want to say thank you. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome to the channel. Please click that like, subscribe, share, tell your friends and neighbors, join the conversation. We're glad to see you. And for our regular listeners, thanks for stopping back again. We're always glad to see a friendly face. So, as anyone who's been kind of paying attention was aware, the last couple weeks, the Trump derangement of the far left, Democratic base, liberal, whatever you want to call it, has morphed from Trump derangement into utter Elon derangement syndrome, to a point of absurdity. I mean, they're literally out there burning Teslas to the ground, attacking dealerships, firebombing dealerships, harassing people who own Teslas, flipping people who own Tesla bird, which in and of itself is kind of amusing because there's about a third more Democratic, self-identified Democrats that own Teslas than there are Republicans, which isn't surprising. But you're about a third more people own Teslas who are on the left kind of politically ideology than on the right politically ideology. So this whole thing's kind of comical. The left, we had to all go electric to save the world. Now here's Elon actually doing things to save the world. He literally rescued these astronauts last week. Not a word about that in the press, really. That should have been, in any other sane time, that would have been a celebrated event, a major news event, right? Everybody would have been happy, a feel-good story. Nope, not at all. It's not totally ignored, but is that how it's going? No, because Elon somehow involved with it. Now, I'm going to go through a few things, right? This is AP talking about, first of all, I had some conversations with some liberals last week, and they denied this was even happening, even though I cited USA Today and the LA Times and others are having articles about this, but somehow I'm just a right-winger making this stuff up. It doesn't happen. Well, here a week later, it's all over the place beyond that. This is the AP, right? This is the AP today. Article from the AP. See the AP there? It is AP. Boom. In their business section. Yesterday, 2 days ago. This is 19th, today's 21st. So a couple days ago. But they were denying this even happens, right? Here's the burned out Teslas, right? Here is the attacks. Here is the crap going on. Now, it's to the point of absurdity. The left has gone absolutely insane. And we know this. This isn't the first time. We've watched this happen before. But it's interesting to watch them deflect because they've done everything they can to Trump. Let's face it. They've done everything they can possibly think of in Trump, up to and including trying to kill him. So now, that didn't work. How'd that work out for you, left? Any leftists in the audience? How'd that work out for you? So now, apparently, they're going to deflect from Trump over to Elon and do the same crap to Elon and everything he touches. And somehow, this is going to save their day. So now they're doing this. The most gross thing, here's some, this is some, a local news channel talking about it. Just a real quick
The White
report.
House is vowing to crack down on the rising number of Tesla attacks at car dealerships across the country.
KTLA Samantha Cortese joins us live with more on the wave of vandalism in protest of Elon Musk and his role in Washington. Sam?
Hi, Sharon, Micah. The ATF and FBI are collaborating with federal, state, and local law enforcement to investigate acts of domestic terrorism surrounding Teslas. Teslas are being torched across the country. Dealerships shot up and set on fire. Spray paint to vandalize and make a statement. People in Southern California are getting notes on their Teslas, calling them complicit Nazis for owning electric cars.
Let's figure out other ways of, dealing with it.
People are protesting Elon Musk's role within President Trump's White House, leading the Department of Government officials.
So, I mean, that's just it. That's the insanity, right? This is going on. Like I said, up until last week, this was being denied by people on the left. It was people on the left saying, oh, this isn't real, because their little bubble, right, of where they live. If they weren't actively involved in it, they don't believe this is reality. Well, here you go. Now, they have started arresting people. They are facing much heavier charges. The feds are involved for people getting caught doing this stuff. I want to say something. One more thing. Here's the grossest thing I've ever seen. It's not the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life, but certainly the grossest thing you can try to spin as some sort of political statement. And if you haven't seen this already, I'm going to warn you right now. You might want to fast forward through because it's pretty stupid gross. But this is the absolute level of neurosis these people are under. All right? You've been warned, so don't complain. Here we go. This is some fat ass, literally grabbing ass cheese and smearing all over a Tesla. Some random Tesla. That's what we're dealing with. That's the insanity we're dealing with, folks. I don't know what else to say here. Okay, so yes, it's real. These people are nuts. They have taken their derangement. The left's got no one to blame themselves. They've riled these people up for 10 years, telling them that Trump is the worst thing in the world. And what happened? He won. And now they're going to deflect over to Elon. They're going to take that anger and sanity and deflecting it over to Elon because obviously deflecting Trump didn't work. Now, as someone who is libertarian and does not agree with the left at all, because I believe the left is evil at its core. I'm not saying that everybody who believes they are leftists believes themselves to be evil, but leftist ideology is an evil, defunct ideology at its core. I believe that personally. I really do. It is motivated by some of the worst instincts of human behavior and tries to wrap it up in some of the best ones to sell itself. But when you dig underneath the hood, almost everything that does is based on some of the worst parts of human jealousy, insecurity, all those things, envy, are all part of the leftist ideology. So that's my personal opinion on that. But what I would like to say to my audience is, if you happen to run into these people, don't even fight with them. Let them go crazy. Let them throw their temper tantrum. I want everybody in my audience and everybody in the world, videotape them. Make them internet famous when they do this crap. Make every one of these left-wingers internet famous for their absolute insanity when they do this kind of crap. Because with every single Tesla that burns, every single Tesla driver that gets a finger or a nasty note on his windshield or whatever deranged act these people engage in, thinking they're somehow protesting or helping their cause, every single one of those is just going to ensure more and more GOP seats and GOP victories in the midterms. So let them expose their neurotic behavior to the world. These people have learned nothing. Their neurotic behavior is why their neurotic and failed behavior of them and their party is why Trump won big in 2024 and is the president today. And they don't want to admit that and they don't want to see that. The less complete and utter failure is why Trump is now the president. Okay? Their neurotic behavior is why he won as big as he did. And this stuff is just going to ensure way, way, way more GOP victories come next fall. So let them go at it as long as nobody physically gets hurt, right? Prevent them from physically hurting somebody. But let them act like children. Let them act like the petulant, spoiled brats, right? The 2-year-olds that were never told no, that are running around in adult bodies. Let them do it. Make them famous for it. Show all the normal people out there, this is who the left is, because this is indeed who the left is. They put masks on and pretend, and this is the glory of Trump, and it has been since day one. He forces them to drop their masks and reveal what they really are. And this is just one more step of it. So every time you see this kind of nonsense, make it famous. Share it with the world. Show them the insanity that is the left. Because the people who are not completely deranged are going to be, no, we're not dealing with that. We're not going to be part of that. We're not going to vote for that. We're not going to support that. They're nuts. We are not going to let them have any say in our lives. So if you happen to be around folks doing this, you happen to see this stuff, videotape it. Share it with the world. Make them famous. Make them famous. Let everybody in the world see, not just your friends, not just your right-wingers. Make it so everybody sees it. Because the folks who aren't completely deranged, more and more of them see this, and the more and more the left drops its mask and behaves the way we know it is and lets its core behaviors out, the less and less they'll get votes. So here we go, folks. It's crazy. We all know it's crazy. We've known it. Most of us have known it's crazy. They're crazy for a long, long time. They're displaying it in full glory, in all its glory. So share it with the world, guys. Share it with the world. Because, and the fact this is going on, and the biggest thing is the Democrats are doing nothing about it either. Like, you don't see Chuck Schumer out there saying, hey, guys, calm down. Don't do that. Right? Do you see anybody in Democrat leadership? No, you got like, what is it? Waltz out there justifying it. Oh, we understand. Other people, we understand their frustration. This is how they're doing it. It's their protest. No, this is idiotic, destructive behavior. It should be condemned by anyone. But of course, these people didn't condemn the people who burned down our cities a couple years ago under BLM, quote unquote, protests. You think they're going to condemn this? Hell no. So let the world know, guys. Let the world know. Anyway, I hope you have a great weekend. and I am out.